Well, listen anyway, yeah. Flipping the WhatsApp.
It's a nice bit of building.
Might as well, innit? Might as well.
The elephant in the room, fam. It's horrible.
Let's cut the crap. Let's cut the crap.
Yeah, let's cut the crap. So the WhatsApp group was lit a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
about a week and a half ago. I don't know, what was your WhatsApp group like?
Yeah, same.
Was it lit?
Yeah, everyone was chiming in like, bro, this is meant. What's this about?
Yeah. So like, basically, this is what I want to do. I want to start from. Let's start from the Red Bull list. Yeah. Firstly, when I didn't know nothing about this Red Bull list until I saw a rant from you or Conan. I can't remember.
I did the rant. Conan basically like the week before he was like, it's weird that every time these people mention lists, they never big man up, whatever, and then people was just like, yeah, well, that's true. So when then the next following week the list came out, he just put no Krept to Conan, but he was just being sarcastic.
Okay.
Like look, basically, imagine I said this last week and
And he said it on Twitter, innit?
Yeah, he said it on Twitter. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like a man, some uncultured swine can't tell me that I don't deserve to be some.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Because
I don't care about that. Like,
Yeah.
like people might think like, oh man, I actually don't care. It's not going to stop me from eating. It's not going to stop me from making money. It's not going to stop me from doing shows. It's not going to stop me from making man's music. It's not going to stop man doing anything. Doing Ali Pallies. Like, it's not going to stop that. That's why am I going to give a? Like I don't care. But the reason why I went on my rant is because Cosmic went on some podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to them, to Timeline and that.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Went on some podcast and then he was just basically saying, oh yeah, like saying, I feel like the man them should have been in the list because X, Y, Z, and then there was one you just on man, like he's still on man. I don't know. He's on man, like he's just on man, like
On you.
He's on man. Some youth's on man, bruv.
But I don't like. In fairness to him, yeah, I don't even know if it's necessarily a thing of him being on you. I think he's just saying his opinion.
No. The reason why I personally would say just on man is because when Cosmic was saying valid points and he's like, "What? Like, don't waste my time." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Yeah, but that's not their sound." What? That's man's song. What? Who even says that? Like, how can you not justify someone doing something by saying that's not their sound? What is Krept and Conan's sound?
And it's the truth is,
man's doing punchlines in the song, like come home, it's all like what's not my sound? We do gal tune, man them tune, grime, we do everything. Like, you can't tell me that's not man's sound because we did it. That's man's song. So basically, the whole point of it was like Cosmic was defending it, and then he was basically saying, "Man ain't done anything." Like cool. You don't put me in a list. I don't care about you not putting me in a list. That don't define me or what I've done, what I feel like I've done in it. But when a man says you ain't done nothing,
Yeah.
then I've got to then it's like, no, you're taking a piss. Like a cool man, you don't think man should be in a list, but don't say man's done nothing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, don't say you've done nothing. Like like, bro, we're in 2019 next year. Red Rum came out in 2009, bro. Man's been spitting for 10 years, Chucky. What do you mean man's done nothing in 10 years, bro? Nothing. Like,
you can't be in this industry and do nothing for 10 years.
Man's done nothing. Like, come on, man. Like, that's a fucking disrespect. Like, that's
is a liberty.
That's a disrespect, bro. Like, man ain't done anything. Like,
You can't show growth and do nothing. That doesn't make sense.
How have I done nothing if man's been growing? Like, everything man's done has just been more. Every time we've put out a product, we sold more than the last. Concert bigger than the lot. Like, we're growing. Like, you see artists are vocal about it. Like, you see Dave's tweeting like, yo, what Krept and Conan, like, these people will say it. You say Stormzy just run us. They will vocally say it. What do you mean we ain't done anything? We have, bruv. We've done something. Like, it might not be this or I don't care, but don't say man's done nothing.
Yeah,
like,
fair.
That's why I went on my rant.
Okay, because when I'm looking at it, yeah, I'm thinking to myself,
yeah,
why do you care, or why do people care so much about these type of lists?
Yeah,
why?
Like before I used to be like, bro, honestly, on my life, I don't care anymore. Like it's beyond that. Like, I don't need to prove to these people. They started showing all the people that was even a part of the list. Like, you don't even, like, come on, man. Like, you ain't got people in the list that have actually, like, Sneakbo. Sneakbo should have been in it, bro. Personally, Sneakbo created a wave, a sound.
100%.
He should have been in there.
100%.
Torn out in all white.
Like,
Even Drake was
100%.
influenced by that.
Yeah,
Bro.
like, bro, Sneak Bowl to me like has had a lot of influence in this music, this rap shit. Like he has.
I
bruv.
swear we earlier on this year we discussed like an element of that where we was talking about. I was saying, how long ago was Sneak Bow's Touch a Button freestyle?
Fam.
That was time. You know that still bangs now.
Of course.
Yeah, come on, like it's a
classic.
That's
He made a classic.
bro. It's timeless.
It is what it is. He made a classic, fam.
Like,
Man.
you
Can't say
can't
nothing.
you can't wipe out what Sneak
Yeah,
Bow's
yeah.
done ever in this thing. So,
What Sneak Bowl made, rappers can't do today.
Yeah, no, my 100. You can't wipe that out, bruv. Like, so my thing is just these people like they don't know they don't know their stuff like that. Like, or it's their opinion. Like if they don't believe Sneak Bowl should be in it or we should be, like it's their opinion, bruv. Like, come on, man. Like, not everyone thinks I'm a good MC, bruv. Like, and some people will be like, bro, when they might want to turn up, they can spit. Like, there's nothing. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is opinions. People are like, nah, they only do this, they only do that. Like, bro, you can't please everyone.
Do you feel like you get like overlooked a lot?
Yeah, of course. I do feel like that. Like, not
Do
a
you?
lot. No.
I
wait,
feel
wait.
like you lot aren't. I feel like people do give you lot
The
props.
reason why we only say that is just because of these little lists that when they do, they never put the man them in there, innit? So
Yeah.
man was-
Overlooked by who?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
this is where I'm going.
No, that's where he's going. So that's why I've said I've stopped caring about these lists, because when you start thinking about who these people are, they don't define anything. So it's like, am I really getting overlooked? Because the people in the scene and the industry give man's accolades and they respect man and they rate man and they, you know what I'm saying? That, so am I really getting overlooked or you know what I mean? But sometimes people put out these little things and you think, right, what, you don't rate man or
So why do you think they do that then? Like these,
I
why
don't-
do you think they tend to overlook you in these lists? And
fam, I don't know, bro. Like I personally couldn't tell you, bro. Like, honestly, like
What was the question? Why do you feel like what?
Like
why do you think
I
they
feel like
do
these people
overlook them in these lists? So why do you think people
Well,
are supposed to be
this
supposed
was
to be
my
of the
opinion,
culture
yeah.
do that?
This is my
I have my
opinion. This is just what I see from other debates.
I think I'm going to have the same opinion as you.
This is no. That's what I said before, yeah. But like when I'm watching other people discuss, for example, influence or whatever, yeah. I've noticed that a lot of people usually have, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they have you and they have gigs as, okay, like guys in this rap scene or whatever that's been doing X, Y, and Z. But what they do is they say, it's like the debate almost just turns into like, we can only really have one.
Why?
We can only really have one. So then there's that
they
debate
don't
of like
do that in the States,
influenced
they
more,
don't say,
who influenced more. So that's why I think that if it does come down to that, that's why you get left out of the list.
If then that's their reasoning behind it. Like then
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
It
do you know what I'm
happens
saying?
in
Like
football as
it happens. Like
Happens in football.
I'm not here trying to justify. Oh, I've done more than this person. I don't, bro. It's that it don't stop me of what I've done, like, or what I believe I've done. It don't. Like, it's not. Like, that's why it's weird. Like, people think if when you're talking about these lists and there's a list, they always mention the Drake, like they mention these people together. They mention them all. They mention the Kendricks, the J. Cole's. They mention all of them. Like, why don't they do that here? Do you get it? That, I don't know, but or they just might not even like rate man like that. I don't know. Fuck knows.
What was you gonna say, bro?
But personally,
Oh, sorry, go on.
no. So personally, like when a man says you've done nothing, like that's what will trigger me, innit?
Yeah,
You get what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, and that's why I went on my rant. You get me? And people were saying that because obviously to get to the point of the gigs thing, like people, like because obviously for us, do you want man to start going into that?
I was gonna get to that in a piece.
Yeah,
but
no,
still.
but obviously
go on if you want. Go on.
because this I've heard apparently this is a part of the reason why Giggs was pissed or whatever, innit? So
That was my.
but
that was my.
I don't know.
That was my. I didn't know. I speculated.
But I mean, like, because remember, if for man, it's a surprise as well, innit? So it's like raw, like, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's got to come from like, why? Where's this come from, kind of thing. And then people, like, we got mutual friends with Giggs and that, people that are, like, we got you. Sometimes you got to ask like man that actually know them man like more differently than man the way man would or whatever. Like, what is that about? Like, is there and man, I was like, I don't know, fam. It's can't like, or I think I heard it's because of this list, or heard, like, bare speculation. Like, nothing's been said from directly from Giggs. This is why I feel away or whatever. So for man, it's like I don't have a clue why Like, I don't personally have a clue where.
All right, so basically, yeah, I see like other conversations as well, yeah, with people discussing you like as clout chasers.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like this whole thing of you know, you're jumping on other people's songs, you're getting it hot, doing whatever it is, and trying to take a little something from that, and then almost leaving man in the lurch and all of that, yeah.
But you know what's so mad about this, yeah?
Make it specific though. Let's just specify one thing. So
we start abracadabra.
We'll start. Yeah, we'll
start there. So
I'll start from the actual main situation and then filter back to that. Yeah, like instead of
going so far back. I'd rather just
let's go to the point. Yeah. Obviously, Giggs has said his comment. So based on the comment, for me personally, people are like, oh, why don't you reply and why don't you? Because for me, there's several reasons, bro. One, because Giggs is definitely upset about something. Like within himself, he's pissed off about something. Because man's got a relationship with Giggs where, when he's pissed off about things, he would usually phone people.
Of course, yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Or we've had conversations of things that has pissed him off about other shit, like he's just pissed off about. But he's never gone to the extent of commenting or saying something on the internet. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is people that, like, he knows that this is a direct, like, this is fucking pissed me off, this is disrespect or whatever. He's never gone out of his way to comment on or say something publicly like that. So with man, when we've seen it, man's like there's something that he's proper angry about or upset about, and man could have responded. What I would have, when people say, oh, why didn't you respond? Oh, you don't want to respond because it's Giggs or whatever. No, because what I would have responded was I would have literally backed up the fact of the Air Force thing, innit? Like, because that's what the allegations were. Oh, you jumped on it. I would have literally just said the facts of it is we done the Air Force remix before you lot heard the remix, before you heard the original, bro. Remember, Bouncer is Play Dirty.
Your guy, yeah.
Dig that's managed by Bouncer, innit? So anything we're supporting Bouncer and Diggs fully, bro. Like Conan's in there's meetings about label meetings about Dig that. Conan's in the meetings. Conan don't even come to our own meetings, bro. He's in there. Like, we're actually here, like, helping Bouncer, support Bouncer when they're even mad with the video. We're here. Like, we're actually here. Before Dig that dropped any music, we was here. Like, yeah, we're gonna support. This is what we're here. We're supporting Bounce, innit? We're supporting them. We're supporting Bounce, supporting Diggs, and this is what it is. So when he come to us about Air Force, you lot didn't even hear the Air Force. Yeah, it wasn't even out when we had the conversation about jumping on the remix. The remix was happening with whether or not Air Force was big or not. So if it had 100,000 views, or 100 views, to 10 million views, we was jumping on the remix because Bouncer asked, man.
Yeah, regardless.
And he's just come out of jail. This is his artist. He's like, bro, the tune's good. Man thought the tune was good. Before it was out, before it was big, we was jumping on the remix because Bouncer asked man to. Man didn't jump on the remix when it was big. Okay. Like, this is the facts of the situation.
Yeah.
So man's response would have just been the facts, and then man would have made my friend be like, is this wrong? Am I lying or is this wrong or right? Are we check? And man would have confirmed it. Now this is facts. Like we didn't jump on the tune because it was hot. We've actually never, like, all these remixes and the videos that we've shot, we've actually never jumped on the remix when it was hot, bro. And if you ask all of the people that we've done the remixes for, I'll go back to even Liar. Ask Shane. Shane is manages most acts. Ask them. The remix was patterned before, when the trailer was out, the remix was patterned. So Liar wasn't big when we done the remix. Like, it just so happens that every time we've done a remix, it's just been so big that everyone just remembers the remixes where you think, rah. But we've actually never jumped on the remix because it's hot. Never. Robbery. What? There wasn't, when we was doing Robbery, there wasn't even an original song. It wasn't even a song, bro. There was a black box freestyle of a couple 100,000 views. Do you class that as hype?
Kinda.
100,000, bro.
No, the reason I don't.
No,
class
it's
it
not
as
a
hype.
song though. It wasn't a song.
It was a freestyle.
It was a freestyle. Yeah.
And
but it's looking at, like, it's looking at something and identifying that could be something. Though.
That's different, bro.
Yeah.
That's A&R in something. Like,
yeah.
Like me doing that and saying to Abs, "Oh, bro, this can be big." Like, I'm actually gonna show you something here, but obviously because I don't want to expose it to the world. I'm gonna show you something. But us identifying and saying, "Right, this has mad potential to be actually something that's big," that an artist might not see their self. like is different, and like because we could have done robbery and it could have just only got like a couple 100,000 views, 1 million views. Like there was no guarantee for us that the song was going to be big.
Yeah. Like
when we was talking about it with Abs, man's people in man label was like, why are you doing this? Like, who's this kid? Like, why you don't need to do this? And man's thing is man, if I think something's sick, bro, like that's just me. Man will do it. You can ask artists that we will jump on a tune with someone that's here or here. If it's sick, man will do it. That's man's thing. And man saw the potential of where we believed that this could be a big thing. Like, man, this could be a big thing. Robbery, there was no song, bro. Like, and then Abs was saying, I'm going to put like a version on SoundCloud, and he's like, I'm going to shoot a video for. But if you look at the original, it's like one verse, and like, do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, man's moving like Robbery was shutting down the roads, clubs. It wasn't. It wasn't, bro.
What hype would have been is if you lot jumped on to Unknown T's tune.
That's what I'm saying. And if Robbery was shutting down the clubs and you lot was spinning it and it was shelling, and then we jumped in it, you can say, yeah, man. But bro,
furthermore, sorry to shut you. You're a DJ. Did you play Robbery original?
No, not.
Did you play the remix?
What was the original?
Yeah, I didn't have the original.
There wasn't, bro. I'm explaining something to you. There wasn't one.
That was a freestyle.
It was a freestyle, and then during the space of when we done the remix, Abra did put a SoundCloud version up and then shot a video for an original just so that our one would be a remix. It wasn't like a thing, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? And if you ask Abra and people are saying, like the maddest thing is I don't even like speaking about this. Like, I was chatting to Poe the other day. I don't want to speak about this because people probably think, why are you trying to claim or like, bro, like man did this shit in silence. Like man, I want to show you this. But obviously this is just
of course.
But this is just so that you can see with your own eyes that man actually helps, like wants to help people. Like man,
Krept, I know that because remember
you know this. I don't like you see, so man.
I know what that done to ends.
I don't do things to take the credit. I've like not once have man said, man did this for Abs or man did not one. I've not mentioned it, bro. We don't like it. We done the song because we think Abs is sick and we want Abs to shine. That's it. That's it. Period. And we will help man behind the scenes. We help so much people behind the scenes.
But that's the thing, though. I think the context, the context is everything, innit?
Yeah.
So like, although people ain't necessarily, they shouldn't just. Not everyone just deserves to just have context. At the end of the day, some things are just what it is, isn't it? Yeah. But context does explain a lot of things. But I think with context being missing, sometimes people look at something.
But what do you mean specifically in this case? Because the reason why.
So for example, when he was just talking about like things that they do behind the scenes, the things that they do behind the scenes. Let me just finish. Yeah. The things that they do behind the scenes is context for the bigger picture. But some people don't see the context. They just see
specifics. This is why I can't really cater to. I hate general conversations. Like we're talking about the Tottenham situation specifically when it comes to Abs.
Yeah.
The reason why I think that's really disrespectful from a lot of people to accuse them jumping on the hype is, first of all, shout out Smiler. Me and Smiler had a conversation about that when it first happened. And Smiler's thing is, my man can't believe it, fam. It's not like, for example, for someone to say I can't believe it, genuinely means there's nothing really going on, and this is one thing that's going to spark a massive interest. Bro, my man went back to the hood of a mobile award, so I just think for them to say that is a bit.
Yeah, no,
that was mad.
It's mad anyway. It's mad anyway.
I want you to read. I want you to read this, and then I want you to read it, and I want you to read it. Yeah, just read the conversation and look at what man's doing behind the scenes for this person. Yeah, for Abs. This is a conversation before all this hype. Yeah, watch this.
You read that? Yeah.
What?
Read it. Read that. Read. Wow.
Wow, bro. Look.
Wow.
Done. Yeah? Look. Read that. Obviously, that's man helping behind. Like, this is stuff that we're just doing behind. Like, we're not mention it. Look at this, bro.
I've read. This is mad,
bro. Like,
but I know this though.
No, bro,
I'm from N, so I know that.
Like, man,
but I know that.
Man's out here, like.
But I know that one was like that. That's
like, bro. Like, man's never. Just keep scrolling.
But the thing is, Poe, people don't know that though. You know it. No, but people don't know that.
You do. This is the reason why I have a problem with this situation.
Because people keep coming back to people keep coming back to this abracadabra situation.
But you can't. This is my problem with the abracadabra situation.
This is just man showing and then go.
All the information's out there. If you're lazy and you don't want to do the research to find out, that's your business.
Which is 90% of people.
But then that's why you have a problem. I can't go and say, "Oh, fam, that's lazy, bro."
No, I agree with you, but that's what I'm saying. That's what people have been doing.
That's their problem, fam. But it's not even 90% of people. It's a very small minority of people who are just extremely loud, like really, really loud.
You'd say it's a minority that don't do their research. I'd say the majority of people just see what they see.
No. In terms of expressing then their opinion, it's a minority. 100%. Otherwise, 20,000 people don't turn up to Ali Pali. So
yeah.
And we've never ever mentioned this. Like like we've never.
and see that's the prime example of what I'm talking about with context. Yeah, that's context that people don't even need to see anyway, because just being nosy. So that's the point that I'm trying to make.
I've just got to show so man knows that, like, when we're doing things, bro, man is genuinely trying to help people behind the scenes, or like man just helping in silence. So man don't do things to claim anything, bro. The only this is annoying because the situation's been been blown into, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? But like man just basically explains to you that all these remixes that we've done and whatever, like we never did it for hype. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Yeah, the songs that have had hype, we've declined every single one. Every single one. Yeah. Every single one, and we'll give you. I don't want to blow up the songs that we've declined, but like because they're not from this country. But even recently, Sheck West songs. That song's massive. They asked man to jump on the remix. We said no. Like any song that's big, bro. I'm gonna actually show you another one, but this is. I want you to confirm, like that. Hold on. That this is a big tune. Tune's platinum now. It's big. They asked man to do the remix. Man said no. They didn't even do the remix. 2 platinum songs. They didn't do the remix because we didn't want to do the remix, bro. Like, if we wanted to jump on hype and clout chase or whatever you want to call it, bro, we would have jumped on all these hot remixes, all these big remixes that, bro, all these big remixes that you've seen. They've hit man up for most of them, bro. Like, and man said no. Like, we don't jump on remixes for any. There's no reception in it.
So you have to use thing. Where do you feel the clout chasing thing comes from then?
It's just because, bro, like every time we've done a remix, it's so big that you assume that, oh shit, they've jumped on it because of. But every time we've actually jumped on something, it wasn't big when we done it, bro. Like we've never done it because we thought it was gonna be big. Like it's always a different relation. Like with Abs, we did it because we just believed in that. We thought that freestyle was sick. Like how can it not be a song? Like this is crazy. Man needs to make this. Man needs to make this big. This needs to be big. Whether it's gonna be big or not, we don't know, bro. Like so we can't guarantee that it's gonna be big.
So basically, you're saying. So Giggs' comment then has nothing to do with this. You're saying it's something completely different.
Yeah. So back to the Giggs thing. Yeah, and why I was saying I didn't respond like on that because obviously that's just me defending myself and why. Oh yeah, about the remix, I could have brought up the facts of the remix and responded because that's what my response would have been in it. If you don't want to know, if you don't want to be so, what would you? That's what I would have responded. The facts of.
Can I pause you there then? Can I pause you right there?
No,
for 1 second?
wait. Because I want to get into the.
But I'm going to say something that doesn't have anything to do with what you're going to get in next. Okay. Just to say the point that you was talking about when I said to you context and you said to me, but poet, they don't know. With the Abra thing, all the evidence that you need to know whether he's jumped on a wave is available to the public. So to accuse Krept of that and Conan of that, for me, is lazy. The reason why available. I said, the last podcast we done, the reason why I said I don't know because I don't have any information. So for me to go and say Krept and Conan have jumped on Dig Dak's wave, I don't know. And so everyone attacks me for saying I don't know. Now you've explained that the remix is done from day. It's like, but that's context though, because you never will know that information because it's not out there.
To what the public would think, you would think the song's gone big. We jumped on the song.
That's what anyone would think.
That's what you would think. But that wasn't the case. So
I about Air Force.
Yeah.
So do you know what? I kind of clocked that what you said was the case though.
Right.
Without even having, because I know Bouncer and you lot is all part of this situation.
That's what I'm saying.
It
like,
just made sense to me.
Like it's never. If we did, we would. I'm telling you, we would have jumped on all these remixes. That there's been about 7 big remixes that we've declined just because we don't want to jump on a song because it's big. Like that's not what we're here for, bro.
Of course.
Like, and if you're gonna define man's whole career, 10 years of spitting on 3 remixes, like. That's
another annoying thing. When people pick out those, you know what I'm saying, and then ignore everything else.
But my point, back to the gig situation. The reason why, and another part of the reason why, man didn't respond to Giggs is, and yeah, I could have responded that, but it doesn't get to the bottom of why he's angry. So me was just saying that, yeah, saying, oh, this is the case with the Air Force remix. This is the facts. Am I right? Bounce. Wrong or right? Facts. Boom. Now, Giggs is still angry, and I don't know why. Why is Giggs? So for me, it's I want to know why Giggs is so angry with man, because the way I see Giggs in this thing is I don't see Giggs like bro, Giggs jumped on Tsunami when man wasn't nowhere,
of course,
and like man shot and said, yo bro, I want man on my man's mixtape, and he come and did it, and bro, he said, oh, you know I did this because your Terms is brethren. Terms is my brethren, rest in peace. And that stuck with man for like differently. I was like, right, this nigga, he's a real nigga. Like, I don't see. And then we did Young Kings. He jumped on Young Kings. Like, and he's always been man's go-to artist in this thing. Like, even down to Don't Waste My Time remix. We hit Kings first, bro. Like, down to when we got the pattern with Rick Ross. Like, and we were trying to get Meek Mill on the remix of Certified. Like, and man was like, man, need a UK man on there. Oh, who was the go-to person? It was Giggs. Like, that's how man see Giggs in this thing. Like, bruv,
even when you done your Twitter rant, who was the first person you picked up?
Bro, if you look on my Twitter rant, if you see the responses and people are like, because people are not reading it in context, innit? So the people don't know that I'm just defending myself on someone saying I don't deserve to be in, and it's about a list that Giggs is already in.
Yeah, of course.
And Wiley, they're already in. They're already bigged up for it. So people were jumping in like, yeah, but what about Giggs and Wiley and Kane? But they're already in the list. They've already been acknowledged. Like, like you're just jumping in. You don't even know what this is about. They don't even know what's. Yeah, you're just jumping in. You're just seeing my statement. So I think maybe if this is why Giggs is pissed, I don't know, but this is still speculation because I haven't got a direct. But if this is why he's pissed, then it don't make sense to me, because I'm talking about something that you're already acknowledged for. And then even then, if you go on my timeline now, you see me responding.
But it's not about that.
One second.
No. You see, man. Someone was like, yeah, but Giggs and Kano and Wiley, they're the reason that And in my response, I said, yeah, bro, Wiley and they're the reason that we're doing grime. Giggs is the reason we're all rapping in the first place, which is a fact. Like obviously there would be arguing like, oh no, but this person was rapping before Giggs and that. But bro, in my opinion, when Giggs came, there was nothing like it, bro. And most people went and started rapping because of this whole Giggs thing.
I agree.
Personally, like before that, like people say, yeah. What about all these other rappers? Cool, but that didn't make me want to be rapping, because I was listening to Roadside G's and RA and that. That's what I was listening to. Hence why my inspiration's from RA, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? I've always been vocal about any time or my career, what I feel like's influenced me, or do you know what I'm trying to say? And when that person was like, oh yeah, what about these, man? I will openly say, yeah, I said it. I said, yeah, Giggs is the reason why I believe why Giggs is the reason man's rapping in the first place. So where I see Giggs in this, for him to be so angry with man about something, it's way deeper to me than it is for people's entertainment for me to just respond, of course. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because that's what my response would have been if man think I wouldn't. That's what I would have said. I would have literally just brought the facts of the Air Force thing. But I can see he's like, because he said always talking or forever talking shit.
So this is the thing.
So there's something that I've done. And sorry to cut you. And the last thing I'll say is, and what if man did do something wrong? And man did respond, and like, what if there was something man did that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, I hear
that. Like, what if I did do something mad?
This is everything I was saying last week.
Like, what if I don't know what, like, because this for me, this is out of character, innit? So for
but we're also speculating that he's angry. He might not be angry.
Well, that's what I was
he might have just seen the comment and just said, you know what?
Boom.
He might not.
I've got so much things I want to say.
No, but that's what I've got to explain it from my before you chime in on. I'm just saying, like, from me, this is coming from me, the person who he said it to, innit? Like he's saying forever talking shit. Meaning there's something that either man said or there's something that he's not happy with, that we could have just probably just phoned man or said, yo bro, like, because he usually, if he's something he's pissed off about, like, bro, what's this about, or did it like he's known to do that. He will do that. He will phone you and say, bro, I don't like this, or what's this about. Boom. He's known to be vocal about something that he's pissed off about. So he didn't do that. He went straight and just commented that, and it was like man saying it's fucking angry. This like. So you're angry about something. You're definitely pissed off about something else, because you wouldn't have said, "Oh, forever talking," because there's something else. Then, and it's deeper. So for me, it was way deeper than just because me responding. I still don't know why you're angry. And as I said, the way I see Giggs in this thing, like I want to know why Giggs is fucking so angry or upset towards man, innit?
So when was the last time you musically worked together?
Mitch, let me just. I don't like. It might not even be a thing of him being angry. Yeah. Everybody knows when we do a podcast, I love a speculation. I always like to look at some stuff. I don't have nothing to back anything up. I ain't spoken to anyone. I'm just looking at stuff from a fan perspective, and you know what I mean, doing what everyone else does. Yeah. But when I saw it, even though I can't speak for him, I wouldn't necessarily say that it might have something to do with anger, but I do look at like some of the things that he's said in the past, and then look at the way that some people interpreted what you said, and then try to put some of it together to make a conclusion of where this might have come from. So for example, yeah, you know, one of the things that you said was like it was 1-0 to the culture or whatever it was. Yeah,
no, I remember the general. I just went to the drill because this whole.
I hear you. Let me just finish, and then I'll let you say what you got to say. Yeah. So I remember Giggs, maybe a month before, or maybe a little bit longer. I can't remember. Yeah. He was saying that like he hates it when people say that they're doing something for the culture when they're doing it for themselves. Yeah. So some people had felt. And that's not necessarily your fault. It's just the way that other people have looked at it. Yeah. But some people had felt that this wasn't about the culture. This was about you.
So then I would have said me in the caption. I didn't mention me once. Us. We. Never. If you go read it. I'm talking about the song. Dig that picture of me and dig that's tagged with. I'm talking about the song. Like the song just did this. The song. I didn't say we nothing.
No,
bro.
You didn't say we.
And then I bigged that bounce.
Yeah.
You get.
But people gonna interpret that.
People interpret it.
They're gonna interpret that because you're on the song, though.
Yeah, exactly. No, so when I say we, I say that like some people interpret.
I'm saying it's 1-0 to the.
When you say we, you mean everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah,
you mean it as the cult. I get how you mean it.
What do you mean?
But
wait. What?
You mean everyone involved in your team, or do you mean everyone?
No,
involved?
I'm saying I didn't say we. I didn't say as in like I didn't say I. Like when I was referring to the song going top 20, I didn't mention me or say we did this or us. Like us. I didn't mention us, bro. It's not us. I was talking about the song, and I'm saying this was for me. It's mad important that this song went top 20.
1,000,000%.
It's all communication issues.
This song went top 20. Like it's when I say 1-0 to I'm talking about like it's 1-0 to the drill thing. Like they're trying to ban drill. They're saying drill and the drill just went top 20. Like 1-0 for the.
I read your thing as a continuation of your rant. That's how I read it. I read it as like
this is nothing to do with my
I hear you. I'm just telling. Because you're here. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Okay. So like when you was like talking about the list and stuff and all of the things that you'd done or whatever it was. Yeah. And then you like had the achievement with the Dig That song. When I'm reading the caption, an element of it to me felt like this is another reason why people shouldn't overlook you. And sometimes some people can look at that as
said that. But then I would have said,
of course,
you don't want to rate, man. But look, man's done, like, do you know what I'm saying? I would have said that in the caption. But I didn't. I was just talking about how sick this song is and how important it is for the situation of the fact that they're the way they're shining this negative light on Joe. But look, bro, it's just gone top 20. And then I'm saying my brethren just come out of jail 5 months ago and he's fucking got top 20. Bro, like, if you know Bounce, like, this is mad, bro. Like, for him to come out of jail and man's doing this, like, before, when he was out of jail, bro, you know what he was on, fam. Like, like, I'm mad proud of him, fam. Like,
of course.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm actually so, like, I message man all the time, like, bro, I'm so proud of what you're doing, fam. Like, for me, this is sick, fam. Like, he's my friend. We've grown together, school together, and I know what he, like, do you know what I'm saying? What he was doing and what, like, the shit he's on, like, and for him to come out with his first artist and boom, bam. And then,
sick.
Like, it's sick. Like, it's sick. And then for it to be a part of, like, the first thing that, you know, like, that, like, since this whole negative drill thing, like, there you go. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Man, not once did man claim, like, the song's sick because the song's sick. Dig that fucking, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, man's not like, and what man need to understand is like, when man think man's doing these remixes or, like, people think man benefit from it so much, like that. Like I think what do you think? Like what benefit? Like how much benefit do you think this actually has? Like, firstly, is Dig That song. Dig That's gonna get the shows for it, not us. If we cost fucking 100 grand to book, or Dig That costs this much grand, but they're on the same song, who you gonna book?
Of course,
you're gonna like, we don't actually like, man, I'm moving like we get some mad lucrative income for like it's like we get a mad small percentage of the, like it's not, bro, it's not like, bro, what man actually get from it is people just see him and they're saying, brother, you man went hard on that thing, you know, you man went hard on that thing, you know, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? If like you're basing man's career on like thinking
there's not
like
a massive financial benefit.
Yeah, it's not
thing.
like some mad like it don't like our career is not based off of jumping on a song and it going top 20, bro. We don't. Our career is not based off of. We don't need a single in the charts to have our fan base to.
But you know what? Some
sell
people
out
would say
Alexandra Palace and do, like, how the fuck do you think we can sell out Alexandra Palace without dropping music for a year, bro? Because we built a fan base, fam, for years. We dropped projects and mixtapes and albums, and that's what we that's our thing, innit? Like, that's our thing. We don't, like, bro, our last big platinum song, like, it was 2015, bro. Man's dropped man's mixtape, bro. Our 2 mixtapes, like, if we needed to jump on hype so much, go and check everyone that's dropped mixtapes around the same time as dropped mixtape. 7 Days 7 Nights is sold like 90,000 copies, bro. Mixed, no hard copies. Mixtapes, like, bro, that's more than most people. Or not, like,
which one was for the girls? 7 Days, innit?
7 Nights was for the girls.
But I didn't get that one. But you know, I got 7 Days. That was mine.
But my point is like, bro, that's like 90,000. Like, fucking 7 Days is like couple thousand away from 60 Sky and Silver, like a mixtape where man's just no hard copies and that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and no one else has dropped tapes and that during that time. No one's done that. So if we need to jump on hype so much, so does everyone else then.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, like, don't take away that man actually does man's thing manself, bro. Like we've been doing this for time, bro. Like,
10 years.
Just don't like discredit man for what we've done, fam. Like, man's actually got a fan base for real. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And I feel like, and bro, I saw one clip that when even G Fresh was on this thing, and even the guy was like, oh yeah, they did it because pour me another one. They just dropped that. Firstly, it's not even a single. And firstly, we need to drop a song to like get. I don't know if you don't know how this industry works, but like, you do things to get through to get through your deals, like commitments.
Yeah, of course.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do you know
Explain that for people who don't know, though. But explain.
Like, in certain deals, like, you've got things where you've got to do certain things to get through your, like, you say you have an album, you've got to do this commitment, you have commitments in it.
Yeah.
And that was just a part of like man's like to finish the commitment for
the next
album.
Oh, for your next album.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that, like, as in like we dropped it, like, hence why we just dropped the audio. Like, when do we ever do that? Did we drop the audio like and then drop the video like a month later? Like, it was all but it was not. It was because it was like just to get us through the deal so we can get to the third album, which we're doing now, innit? Hence why we're doing our third album now. And like, man was like, oh yeah, man just dropped a single and it's done. Like, bro, we don't drop singles like that for charts. We don't chase charts like that. We're not single artists, bro. We're project based artists, fam. Like, that's why we can do these shows and we can go to these festivals. And
Well, you say that, but Freak of the Week was
no, but that was on our album.
Yeah, I hear that.
No, but I'm saying we're not big, bro. Freak of the Week was what, 2015.
Yeah.
Ever since 2015, we've sold more on our latest mixtape than we did on our album. We've sold,
Of course, but
like,
that was a big single, though.
No,
but not to
no,
say.
but to say you're a singles
but
artist,
I'm saying we're not a single art. Like, we're not artists that like we're on the radio all the time. Like, we're not. That's not our thing, innit? So like, we don't like Freak of the Week was on our album. It was a single from the album. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and then, but they was basically debating, like, who benefited more from the Air Force remix, Dig That, or Krept and blah blah blah. And then G Fresh was like, no one's gonna do nothing without them benefiting from it. Like, no one's gonna do nothing without. And I just wanted to just pull G Fresh up about this. Like, bro, mate, you can talk for yourself, bro, but man actually does things with nothing in return, bro. Like, man is like, we actually will do something for someone not expecting anything back. Don't compare like your maybe
The
like how
way
you
do business.
maybe how you do it. Yeah, like because
Yeah.
bro, we've done even back in the day when we done songs with Fresh, like we done LOND boy. Man didn't do it because
I still play that at night, by the way.
but man didn't do it because we thought, oh, this is gonna take, man. Like we did it because I think G Fresh is one of the sickest MCs lyrically. He's mad, like,
Yeah, can we
and I think he's
just
sick.
take a moment for that very quickly? G Fresh on the microphone. Yeah, let's not forget that.
No, of course,
G-Fresh on the
but I
microphone
don't want to
is
sway from the
absolute
point.
thing. Yeah, of course.
But my point is like we didn't do that because we thought,
You thought it was going to be the biggest
yeah,
thing
we
ever
do.
in
We
life.
do think we
Yeah.
do things because like if we fuck with you as a person or as an artist, we'll do things. Like I'm on man's mixtapes that are not big. Like I'll do shit for the man from the ends, like mischief. Like I'll jump on his thing. It's from my ends. It's from my fucking same road as man. You got what I'm trying to say? I'll do things for these people. I'll do like man's on Clues mixed AP coming up. Like you know what I'm saying? Man's gonna drop something with CS. You lot might not know who these people are. You get what I'm trying to say? But like
They're your people, them. So you're
I'll
gonna
do
support them.
I just think these people are sick. I'll do things with people that I think are just sick. Like yeah, I don't do things because I think this is gonna make me bust. Like come on, man. On the grand scheme of things, like do you know what I'm trying to say? So basically, my point is like don't think that like I just feel like it's just cheeky. Even people even saying you do this for relevance or like we're beyond that point of relevance, bro. We're way beyond that. We got fan.
But you know what? Krept, you know why people would say that though?
Why?
Because they say it to even bigger artists as well. So they say to Drake, Drake jumps on for relevance, or Jay-Z does it.
Even if, bro, the maddest thing is, even if that was the case, so.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
What
It
the
is a
hell? Like, man's been spitting for how long? What do you want man to do?
No, I agree with you.
You
When
don't
Drake
want man to
jumps
do.
on one, I don't say
You don't want
nothing.
man to do new sick shit. Like, what is that? What you like? Come on, bro. Fuck off, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, people like are like, for relevant. Like, when people say that, I'm like, fuck off, bro.
It's
Like,
basically like when you co-sign a
What do
new
you-
artist,
like-
it's like if you don't co-sign a new artist, then it's like you're a hater.
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
reaching
like
out.
if you
And
don't do nothing,
then you're
them man don't
clout chasing,
reach
you're
out to
taking
no
off the
one. Them
artist.
man don't reach out to no one. Or them man like, but when you do stuff with new artists, you're fucking you're doing it for relevance, or you're doing it for that. But basically back to the point is, bro, like man, I just wanted to clear up the whole do this for remixes. And I showed man differently. Like man's declined, bro. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like man's career's not. If that was the case, we would be on all the sickest new this, new that. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I just felt like because like this stigma of you man jump on this or this for that.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to let everyone know the actual context of every single
Of course.
remix that we've actually done. It's actually not been the case, bro. It hasn't, like genuinely, fam. Like, and man, I don't like want people to think that I don't know if man's not genuine or something, but like obviously artists don't get twisted. The artists hit man behind the scene, like bro, man knows you, man knows you, man are genuine brothers. Like don't get twisted, like man, like it's, you know what I'm trying to say, because people know, bro, like artists hit man for advice all the time. All these new artists, they hit man, bruv.
Yeah.
Like they will hit man. We will help them, or we'll give them this link, or we do that, bruv. Like like man's just like that. We don't look at things for being selfish, bruv. When we was doing our album and we had the Wiz Khalifa pattern, like us. The man said, yo, you man come to the video, meet with Skepta, like, and they met at man's video and whatever, like, cause man will do shit like that. Man will always try to help, like, and there's a couple artists that are like Chip with the Don't Waste My Time thing. He showed French, he didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? So when we done Ali Pali the other day and French asked man to come, he was like, yo, bro, Chip, like, cause that's just how man is. Even Chip got, like, there's another thing coming out. He's on a song with an American artist, and he was like, yo, you man jump on it. Like that's what I feel like this thing should be about. Like man should be, man actually will help people. Like man don't feel a way to help people. Like even Conan introducing, like I remember when he was at Drake's thing, he introduced Steph. He was like, yo, Drake, you know Steph, like and Drake was like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind, like man will just do that. Like man will actually help people, bro. Like man will actually help people. So I just felt when Fresh said, no one does think, no, we do, bro. Like I will genuinely help, man. Like
everyone runs their business differently.
Yeah, like man will help, man, because man just feel like that's how the universe is. Like you can't just take without, you know what I'm saying? Just, like it just don't work like that. I feel like you have to it has to be a balance. You have to give, bro. You have to. You know what I'm trying to say? And the reason why Conan said he cares about lists and stuff, because I can't just speak for myself, because I know how Conan feels about lists. He feels like that when it's all said and done, and you look back at history, and there's nothing documented of you, then it's just you've been forgotten about. So,
But there is things documented from you though.
no. I mean, like in like books and stuff, and
Fuck their books.
no. But
bro.
that's just how his mind was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, when like these man, they never done anything, or they're not in this. They that's just that's his reasoning behind why he thinks like, no, man should be included in these things because of that. But me personally, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't want people like that random, you don't know, man, to just
But you know why
discredit. You
it
don't
doesn't
even
make
know
sense
nothing
to me,
about the industry, and you're just discrediting, man.
But that doesn't make sense to me why Conan would think like that, because I've never in any point in my life, apart from one list, which was the MTV list that gets responded to, apart from that, I couldn't even tell you anything about any lists. When I go back and I say to people, and we talk about
lists or books or whatever. Like,
but I
know.
don't think anyone even looks at books, fam. It just is what it is. I don't need to read no books to know that
All your
Manchester
stuff
United are
is
the
there.
most. One second, I don't need to read a book to know Manchester United are the most successful team in football history in the Premier League. It's just there. I don't need to read a book to know that Krept and Conan done 20,000 at Ali Pali. I don't need
But
to
like,
read any of this.
art,
It is
like,
what
that's
it
just
is.
artists. Like, you might feel that. I even heard like one of the reasons why Giggs was pissed was because he feels like, oh, man, don't big man up or something. Like, oh,
Gigs? No, we
You don't know.
I don't.
believe
no,
that.
That's mad.
No, but there's so much speculation. I was like, bro, like all these things that people are saying why he's pissed, yeah, like it don't make sense, bruv. Like, because when you're
All my
even like
speculation
Hattie
never come
Collins
from him being
fucking-
angry with you, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said all my speculation never came from him being
No,
genuinely angry with you. I just think that
not
it came
angry,
from a
he's-
place of like,
No, but Giggs doesn't do that, is what I'm saying. So for him to do that or say something like that, there's a reason behind it, innit? So my thing is, I just want to know the reason, like, because like man, like the way I see him is, I don't see him like a
Yeah.
people that oh you like even when the same thing happened with Sneakbo. When Sneakbo was on the internet and like he's like, I can't remember, he said something about man or whatever, but man didn't even respond because like man's thing is like, why did he even like why has he said that, and did we do something, might have done something, and we found that if we spoke and then like he thought something mad, like, but it wasn't the case, and then we cleared it up in it. But like that's my thing is like I need to know why, like, because if I've done something, if man
I think it's
actually
a
has something-
misinterpretation. Seriously,
You reckon?
like,
I don't
that's
know.
like even
But
what
I'm still
Poet
yet to-
just said, like communication issues. Yeah, even though it's not necessarily a thing of you having to communicate, which would be good because you know then you have more clarity that way. But I do think there's like a misinterpretation issue because it's from what you've said and the way that it's been perceived is what might be where the issue is with not Giggs, not just Giggs, but just with people in general anyway. So with people that say, oh, you know, man are clout chasers, or you know, this is
It's just that there's no
this is a
context to things,
yeah,
innit?
exactly.
Like,
This
so,
is a
yeah, I hate-
continuation of your rant. So like when you're saying these things about like this is sick, like so and so's done such and such or whatnot, some people are interpreting that as like you're saying, oh, okay, this is good for the culture, or whatever, but you didn't do it for that. You did it for yourself. Do you get me? And that's and going to the Drake thing, because you know what, just that as well. And I know what you're going to say to this too. Yeah, a few people did mention, Giggs shouldn't say that because obviously Drake is known for jumping on bare people's tunes or whatever. But then like some people said, but what Drake doesn't do is he doesn't particularly celebrate it like the way that you have done.
Drake don't need to celebrate anything.
Yeah.
Drake is one
Like
of
if
the-
Drake drops a song, his thing goes platinum. And he
Yeah,
don't
it's mad.
celebrate anything.
It's
Drake don't need to celebrate
Yeah,
anything. Like,
yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? Like Drake, you don't disregard Drake, bro, in anything. He's in every single conversation. Like it's a completely different scenario.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Can I say
And-
something?
and-
That's
and
your
Dra-
guy.
and-
It's your guy as well.
Yeah, and bro, like Drake he just wants to do shit with stuff that's sick. Like he just wants to do shit that's
Yeah.
sick. Like if he, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know that.
Well, they did. Remember, they were giving Drake bare grief with him like hanging around with you, man. Because people were saying exactly the same thing. Oh, Drake, he's trying to jump on a wave. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that, and he's
Bro,
leeching,
people-
and he's this, and he's that. It's almost the
do
same.
you know what it is?
type of
I've
thing,
realized
to be
people always have something to say in it.
Yeah.
Like people always have something to say. Like you can't help what people think in it. But obviously, I'm just saying for us, like the reason why of course I'm gonna shout from the rooftops if something sick's happened, bro. Like, hence why even when I was shouting about the song and I mentioned Bouncer at the end, that was like my main, like, do you know
That was
what
your
I'm trying to
main
say?
thing.
Yeah, like I'm shouting at my brethren's just come out of jail, boom, and him and Diggs is doing a mad thing, bro. Diggs has just come out of jail as well, bro. Like both of them, like this is sick. Like, and they're at the same time they're trying to, like, it's sick, bro. Like, people think that man benefit way more from this than we do. That we don't, bro. Like, people think that we get some mad, like, bro.
Yeah,
Dig
peas
If
Big
Dig that's to Play Dirty Ice, why can't you shout about it?
No, but
I
he's
saw
not
that from the
signed to
beginning.
Play Dirty.
If he's not
isn't
part of
he?
Play Dirty Records,
No, he's not signed to Play Dirty.
I thought he
Oh.
was.
No. He bouncer managers dig that.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? And because bouncer managers dig that, we will go out of our way behind the
That's your
scenes
guy.
to
Oh,
push.
I thought it was
dig
because the remix and you announcing Play Dirty Records, everything came at the same time.
No. We ain't announced Play Dirty Records yet.
So where have I seen it then?
Because
You ain't announced it yet, or you just have those still?
Huh? No, it's not. No, it's not like that.
Basically, I've seen it floating about on your socials. and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a separate thing, innit?
Okay.
Like, but obviously, and Bouncer's gonna be is a part of the Play Dirty Records thing, innit?
Okay.
So
Which
you know
you've just announced.
No. When we
Get out,
announce
Chucky.
it, it's not announced yet because we're obviously it's not announced yet, but it's something that we're planning to announce. And we're planning to
Any artists
bring
lined
it.
up? I'm trying to
Poet.
get
We'll
exclusive
get
for Halfcast like that.
I'm trying to sign Poet. Nah.
Poet,
Sound poet, innit? Sound
Well, you was gonna say something.
This is what, because I've listened to everyone, and then I realized I started playing with this, and then I was like, why am I playing with that? And I was like, oh, it's because you kind of feel that there's an issue that I'm guilty of. I think you're guilty of. I think we're all guilty of. I've been guilty of it many of a time, and that's why I'm kind of happy the fact that I phone Krept this time. Look, and one thing, I'm actually never going to do this again. A conscious decision, I'm never going to do this again. And I think if you're born before 1995, it'd be nice if we don't do it as well. If I have something to say to Mitch, why do I go into a room with 50,000 people and scream my message to Mitch so they deliver it? Because when they deliver it, it can be whatever the fuck they want. And then I've not only got to tell Mitch the original message, I've got to convince him that the message that them lot have given to him is not true. And then Mitch's response is going to be, why didn't you phone me? Why have I got to find out from a bag of people? So back in the day, instead of social media, man will just go and tell the man in the ends, this man's this man's that. And then when he comes to you, you find out that's not the case. That's what I'm saying, it's a communication issue. I'm not going to tell Giggs what to do for many reasons. One, he's very dangerous. And two, he's a lot older than me. He's a lot wiser than me. But personally, if I had a problem with Krept, like I said, I phoned Krept the other day and just told him how I feel about certain things. So that way, when I come here and say it, when people attack him on the net and say, oh, Poet's saying this, saying that, he's going to say, nah, Poet's already given me the message. You lot are second to this message. So I know what Poet's saying. But if I didn't phone Krept, he's going to hear from people on social media, which has happened to me various times. I've said something, never meant the way it's been interpreted, but the internet is not about the truth. It's about the wickedest lie. So why would I give the internet the truth if I can just give it to Krept? And I think in the situation with Giggs, and that's why I say it's a communication issue. For me, obviously, I reckon, I don't know anything, to be fair, really. I don't know much. I reckon Giggs is sitting down, he's seen a couple of things, maybe the list and other things have rubbed him up the wrong way. He might have been hungry at the time. He might have had an argument with someone. He might have lost at FIFA. I don't know. And he's just gone, you know what? This has even got on my nerves, and just said something about it. And then like a day later, he probably wouldn't have even done it. He don't even care about it. So my thing is, if that's how you felt, even for 10 minutes, I would phone the person. That's me personally. I would say phone them.
Like,
Even if it's not that much of an issue, because do you know what? Sorry to cut you. Like I said to you, I don't think Giggs is really angry about this. I think it could have just been something for the moment that he wanted to express.
But you're saying this but the
I
matter
don't
thing
know.
is we still don't. I don't know what the actual.
And that's
issue
why I
is.
said
It's
to
just
you-
bare speculation.
That's why I
Like,
said
even had to
communication's the
ask him.
problem.
I said like.
That's why I said
And he
communication's
said,
the problem.
He was like, you know what it is, and I was like, what?
Oh, you spoke to him?
No, briefly. Like we didn't like.
Have you
but-
spoke to him at all since?
No. We spoke like on the message.
Yeah.
And it was like, what was that about? Kind of.
Yeah,
like,
and he said,
you know what I'm
you
saying? And he was just like, he was so sure that I knew what it was about, and I didn't know what it was about. And
That's
then
why I
just-
think it should be
And then it
personal,
just ended there. Like I was just like, I was. So then it was just like, oh, based on bare spec. Like so, then because people are saying, oh, they think it's because of this. Then I'm like, oh, is it because it can't be because of this? Like, or it can't be because of this. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But my main thing was just like how I see Giggs is like, for him to be pissed is like why the fuck is Giggs pissed with, man? Like,
And that's why I think it should be internal.
like man was, we've had conversations, we spoke, like man's been the bowling thing the day before I invited him, you know that. The day before he messaged man that. I invited him to bowling. Like that's how you know I didn't like, I don't know what man's done, fam. Like I genuinely don't. That's why
had a
So you
couple
can't even pinpoint where the relationship might have broke down or anything.
I don't even think it's a
know.
relationship breakdown.
I don't
really
know.
don't.
There is a
I would love to
relationship
know.
breakdown.
No, I guess.
Because if they haven't worked together since Young Kings, then something along the way, something has changed.
someone else said
But
that.
do you know what? No, the
they've done
reason why
tracks
it might
before
not
Young
be
Kings, then it's-
so much of a relationship breakdown is that, like, sometimes I'm not speaking for him. I'm just saying, innit, yeah. You know, I've got certain family members or whatnot, yeah, that like they just say how they feel at certain times when it cuts, and sometimes it cuts very deep. But when they're saying what they're saying, yeah, even though it's cut very deep, and even though it seems like it's a big deal, it's not really that big of a communication issue.
Let me stop you. This is what I'm saying.
I mean, not a communication.
It's a big deal.
A relationship breakdown.
Sorry, one second. Do you know why I say it is though? This is what I'm gonna have to say the same point again, proper, so we understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. If I have an issue with someone, if I have an issue with Krept, whose issue is it? Mine.
Yeah.
And who's it about?
Correct.
So why do you need to know? Why does Calum need to know? Why does Mitch need to know? Why does them people over there need to know? Why does this now have to become public domain?
No.
Like, that's why I think it's a relationship breakdown.
That's why I think it might not be.
That's communication though.
Listen.
It doesn't have to be a big relationship.
Do you understand why I say that though?
Of course.
So 1 second. The reason why I say that, the reason why I don't think it is that is because he's did that. Because if it was a real relationship breakdown, then it would. I would have felt like it would have been an immediate phone call.
Poet.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Let me stop you there. Yeah, like it could have been a thing where man did it publicly because he feels like man said something publicly.
Yeah.
So he's addressed it publicly.
But again, that doesn't make sense to me. Did you say anything degrading about him publicly?
Of course I didn't, bro.
So then this doesn't make sense.
But it wasn't about him though. Yeah. He's not making it about him. He's not saying. I don't think that Giggs is saying what he's saying because it's a thing at him. I think he's just looking at what someone else has said.
But again,
he definitely thinks that man's done something to him. Or
I know, but one thing I don't stop for the cameras. Wait, do you know, Chucky? One second. We're stopping this. I didn't say that.
I didn't say you said that.
No, but the thing is, when you've made a point off the back of what I've said, I want you to understand. I'm not saying anyone said anything.
That's fair enough, but I didn't say that.
I have to just make it very clear though, for my own sake. What I'm saying is very clear. There is a relationship breakdown because there's a communication breakdown. For me, if there's a real issue, whether it's small or big, and you know the person, you're meant to communicate that message. The moment you don't, there is some type of relationship breakdown. And the reason why I say that is because if it was any other person within his immediate circle or somebody had something to say, he would phone them and say, "Why did you do that?" Because I'm that way as well.
But the things that I will say, my thing is that I was mad shocked that because he would usually phone man about something that he's pissed off. Yeah, like, even down to little. Like I remember we put up a video vlog one time, and there was a bit where he said cut out. He told the cameraman cut it out, but the cameraman just uploaded it without it, and then he was pissed. He was like, "Crap, man, what the fuck?" He was pissed, like, but he's vocal. He would just play. He'd be pissed. If he's pissed about something, he would usually just be like, "Bruv, like, what the fuck?" Or like, man's known him to do it to people if he feels like there's an issue.
He's done it to me. He's done it to me.
Have you always done it to you?
I've never had an issue.
No, but I mean, even if it's little like that thing situation, he'll phone you.
Man, like, and say,
so I'm saying to you, if that's the relationship he has with people and he didn't do it this time, then maybe it's
not that deep.
No, that I've already said it's not that deep.
Maybe it's not that deep, or maybe it's just that there's no. He might not feel there's no relationship with them man anymore. So fuck it, innit? Like I don't care.
That's a relationship breakdown.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, but for my thing was just like. From artists like Gigs like that, because remember that's who man's grown up on in this rap thing.
He's the king. Yeah.
Like for him to be like so upset about something or pissed off about, not upset because he's probably not upset, but pissed off or whatever it is, or just feels a way about something, and man don't actually know why, is mad to me, innit? So I want to know why. So it's going to be a case of like I have to wait till we speak about it, see each other. So my man needs to know what the issue is or where the issue lies, or if it's because of this my rant. Like my personally couldn't be because it's about something that he's already in or acknowledged for.
No, but that's why I'm saying I don't know.
On my Twitter, like on my timeline, I'm actually hailing him up.
So the problem right here is communication.
But I've heard loads of different things.
Chucky, do you know why it isn't an isolated thing as well that we have to be? Because it's the word he said. There's one word in there, forever.
Yes,
that word, that one word makes it not an isolated incident.
But I didn't say. Wait, I didn't say it was an isolated incident.
No. But I'm talking about because we was talking about why he spoke about that specific thing before.
Man saying it like it's something like he's just seen it and he's
like you're saying maybe
like for man
if that's the way that I'm making it sound, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, Chucky knows that because I've done an amazing breakdown of the last half.
It's a much deeper thing, isn't it? For me, like it's for me how I see him. It's like it's much. I'd actually want to know like what the fuck. Man, like, because man could have actually done something where it's like, remember that, and man's like, oh shit, my bad, or I don't know, I don't have a clue, fam. Like, do you get it? So
yeah.
So can it be fixed? Can you guys have a phone conversation? Like,
from my end, yeah, but I still don't know what the issue is, innit? So from his end, I have no idea, bro. But I'm saying from my end, I don't have a fucking clue, bro.
I think
Yeah,
amazing.
but anyway, the last thing I'm just gonna say on this thing quickly, is that just for me loving a speculation and that I don't think, I don't think that it is a thing of it being about. I don't think his message was about him. So it wasn't about you're saying this because like there's an injustice in me. I think that he was probably talking from a bigger picture of culture or whatever it may have been. So,
bro. So I'm saying.
So I don't think that he feels that.
But I'm saying we've spoken. So like he believes that there's an issue that we've done something to him.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, then, fair enough.
Like,
If that's
did you get
what
what I'm
you're
saying? So, but man, don't know what it is.
Like, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Yeah,
I'm gonna go in a
lastly,
bit
do you
now.
feel like we've got like a problem in this country with celebrating success? Like, do you feel that because something that I've noticed is,
pause. I want to stop you. I'm gonna have to leave now.
I was trying to hold him here for as
I know,
long as possible,
like,
boy.
I have to. So I've got to be there at 3 o'clock, my bro. So you can continue having the conversation.
Yeah. I gotta go
Go.
through it in a minute as well. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Paul, love.
Pleasure,
Brother.
always, fam.
mind you.
Rolling, yeah.
Oh, what are you saying? Are you staying? Oh, you got a roll as well.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap it. Let's wrap
Yeah,
it.
we'll just wrap it. Just quickly, I just want to just bring this up here. Do you? I wanted to talk about Sterling as well, but
You say no with that as well?
yeah. Do you feel like we do have like a issue with celebrating success in this country? Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like I've seen people be very quiet about what it is that they do, and then people say, you know, this person ain't done shit, they ain't done this, they ain't done that. Then a person comes out and says, you know what, I've done X, Y, and Z. And then people then turn around and then say they're not humble enough.
Yeah, that's bro. This is kind of what's happening here as well. Like I'm talking about the stuff that we do behind the scenes.
I agree with that. See you later. I fully agree.
Innit, the stuff that man do behind the scenes, we don't talk about it. All the stuff when I'm saying about Conan's in the label, like I don't want to have to speak about this. I don't want to, like when we're saying we're helping people, or people, I don't want to speak about this because I just want to help, man, bro. I don't want to bring up stuff that man's done to help, or I feel like I'm helping people, or because I don't want man to think that you're trying to claim it. I don't want to claim it. I want to just help. Like if you're genuinely helping, you'll help in silence, innit? If you're genuine about it. So that's my thing. But if there's like a result or something, of course I'm gonna be like, yo, like sick, this is of course, like who's in, like,
Yeah, because I just feel like
who you are, if you got fucking nominated for something or you won something, you're gonna shout about it from the rooftop. So you're gonna do a long you're going to do that, innit? Like you're gonna do that. Especially if it's deeper. Like for the top 20 thing, it was my the deeper thing was for me was for my brethren, innit? My brethren has just achieved this, just come out of jail for how long? Like that's a deeper thing to me. You get it? So like I'm mad proud of him for doing it. So I'll shout it from the roof. Bro. Man's not claiming it. Like, hence why I didn't even say us. I didn't say Cone. I just said, bro, this record, of tag, dig that's the first picture. Dig that song, fam. Like, do you get it? Like, and then like even when Wiley said, I heard. Poet said Wiley was mad shocked that he heard man helped Abra or whatever. But I'm like, I don't even want to have to say I helped Abra. Like, but like, obviously Abra feels however he feels towards, and thanks man for what we've done to help him in it. But like I don't want man to be like feel like man saying man's put this person on, because I feel like all these people are sick and they would have shined regardless. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just glad that man can be a part of whatever they're celebrating. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's it for me. Like people always take it like, you're gloating about or like when Giggs was like, you're glory hunting. Like, bro, like getting a top 20, like my brethren getting a top 20 is not, and I haven't mentioned myself once in that thing, bro. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but man's a part of it, innit? So of course man's proud of the whole situation of like what it's done for them, innit? Like,
and people like, do you know what it is as well?
And when when I say like, if I say for the culture, bro, like when man talk about the culture, bro, man is dead serious, because when it's said and done and your career is over, you need this culture to be thriving for you to even like when you're bringing through your record. Man's trying to bring through labels so man can start bringing through artists and start doing this thing. It's only gonna benefit man. Other people being big, like other people breaking out. It only help a drill song being able to go top 20 is sick for people that are doing drill now. It's do you know what I'm trying to say? Like everything helps, bro. Like every little helps, innit? So that was my say on it. And then obviously even in my rant when I'm talking about things that I feel like man's contributed, and I also said I feel like man's helped. Like my key word is help, meaning Like, I'm not claiming that we're the reason that the things where
Yeah,
I'm just saying this is what I feel like we've done to help, innit? Like, hence why I would say I'll bring up the Stormzy's and stuff, because like when they mention like, oh, them man did the thing, cool, I'm gonna go hard. Man's helped inspire the man, and Stormzy's the biggest thing. Stormzy done it himself with no one. He didn't need no help. He done it by himself, blood. Like, but like, he was vocal about him being inspired by the man them, and like what we've done, and do you know what I'm trying to say? Helped him be like, no, fuck this, I'm leaving I'm going mad. Like the cadets, the sections, they're all from the same, like a man's helped inspire that generation of people. And when we done our mixtape and we done the Guinness World Record, it means it wasn't done before, innit? Like, it wasn't done before, so like it was for us, this was a part of helping, like, because before that, bro, we was fucking, like, remember the only person that was like sticking to their guns was Gigs. Like, everyone else was like doing the commercial, but there's not loads of Gigs. You can't replicate the Gigs thing.
No.
Gigs is the only Gigs. So like, he can do what he's doing, but like everyone else is doing trying to go commercial, singles, signing rappers, signing singles. We even tried a couple little weird songs and that. It was just like, and then man was like, what? Fuck this, blood. Like, what? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if these man can do it, if you can see Gigs and that's got they're shelling down, even though they're trying to block them and the feds are not letting man perform and but you can see that there's a demand for this shit, innit? So it's like, bro, fuck this, man's doing it man's doing it. How, do you know, don't waste our time, boom, bam, and they loved it,
of course,
and then it got where it got, bro.
But you know what it is as well, yeah, big and serious here, irrespective of everything that has been said and all of that, yeah, you can't control how people perceive what you have said. You know where it's coming from, and you know what it is and the message that you're throwing out there. How someone else then perceives it,
I hear you.
Isn't
so
necessarily.
Sometimes it's just like, it's best left unsaid.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just better you don't say anything, because people's gonna take it from this, take it from that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if that was what pissed off Gigs, then he didn't even know the context of it, because he just looked at, saw that and thought I was just trying to claim, man's the reason why I did it, and he probably looking at it like, are you mad? Like, after I'm the one that fucking started this thing in the first, like, that could have been, but he probably didn't look at the context of
where it was
coming from,
and that's why I said context. That's why I said context is key. Sometimes when context is missing, then we as human beings sometimes just come to the wrong thing. And to be honest with you, bro, for the sake of a podcast, I love it, because I like sitting here and just having I know that I could easily just ring some people and ask, like, what's going on here? But sometimes I'd rather just do the fan thing, you know what I mean? And just speculate first, then I'll ask, what was it that happened? And then come back and say, you know what, apparently this is what happened, or blah, 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 blah. Do you get me? But you can't really control that.
Like, you can't, like, because you just get people just chatting shit about everything.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, bro, like, man, like, people have always got something to say or something, like, or people just love spec, like, they love it.
I do though.
Like, no,
I do, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know Gig saying that, it's like, oh shit, what's going on?
Bro, you know what the WhatsApp groups was like? Huh? Do you know what the WhatsApp groups was like?
Bro, my
first we were speculating whether it was real or not.
My WhatsApp group was like, first it was that as well, like, oh, is this real? Is this actually a real thing? And man's like, yeah, it's actually real. Like, and man's like, why? And then we're all just like, no one actually knows. We don't know. They're like, it's like, what the fuck? I get phone calls like, what's this? Like, is this?
Do you know what I did? Cosmic's in one of the groups that I'm in.
Yeah.
So I flung it in that group only because I know Cosmic's in there, and I'm thinking,
so you can get inside.
So I could see what Cosmic's reaction was gonna be for me to know whether it was gonna be real or not, and I was gonna leave it as that and then just discuss it. But he didn't say nothing.
He was in LA.
Oh yeah, shit, he was,
in LA living his best life, bro.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
but yeah, like, it's mad, fam. Like, and people were always like, oh yeah, why reply to Gigs, reply, like, it's just like, bro, like, fuck off, you don't even know how, like, this is going on. Like, for a man, obviously, like, people are happy now. That would have been my response, and you got whatever in it. But for me, it was deeper than that, because of the way I see my man in it.
Of course,
like, you know what I mean? Like, he's man's go to, like, artists in this thing, like, for me personally, like, he's man's who I look at, like, Gigs, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, every time I do something, I'm always like hitting them up for, can you jump on it, or whether he says yeah or no, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and I have no pride in saying that. I don't care. Like,
that would have been my only thing. And I mean, obviously, I would tell him this when if he ever comes back here again. And we had a conversation. I would have said that his opinion wasn't what necessarily surprised me, but it was just how he did it, because I know that he is a person who will pick up the phone and tell you exactly what it is, and that's why there's two folds on this thing for me, because I've seen him do that, and also because like have you ever watched like an interview? Let's just say, for example, right, fucking like a big artist, like let's say Drake.
Yeah.
Drake is on flipping Ellen doing an interview, and then they're having a conversation, and then he talks about like a situation that happened back in the day where, like, you know what, he was moving a little bit mad, he was unaware that he was moving mad, and then fucking, I don't know, Diddy rang him and just quickly G-checked him or whatever. And it's like, when you hear that story, it's like, it's sick, because it's like, okay, right, is that what happened? And we didn't know about it, and it was like, and you can all laugh about it now. I looked at it as that type of thing that wouldn't have been something we would know about, but later on, because of, you know what I mean, that type of, how much I respect that brother, and because of, you know, the way that I would see him G-checking someone, usually would be in private. I'd always thought that I would hear about this later on as a joke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always joke about now how sometimes, you know what I mean, couple things happen or whatever, and he's rang me, or Mega Man, you know what I mean, a couple of times I've talked about like Mega Man ringing me mad upset about, we can laugh and joke about it now. At the time it would have been a shock if Mega went out on Twitter or whatever and hotted me up like that. Do you get me? But we can now look back at it and laugh, and that's the way that I would have seen that happen. But then when I flip it on its head, that's why I say, well, maybe it isn't as deep as it necessarily came out to be, because he is that brother, and he would do that. Maybe, as Poet said, man was a bit hungry, you know what I mean? He was a bit annoyed about a few other little things here and there, and just at that moment, he's just responded at that moment, and it was just that. But you'll see, maybe you should just ring him, bruv.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Maybe you should just ring him, bro. Just say to him, bro, like, what's going on? Like, what happened?
I hear you. But like, at the same time, it's like, if someone's used to doing that and they don't do it this time, then it might be a deeper thing. But
true. But
yeah, so I like when I read it, like the main thing that was the forever. So meaning that
that's more. It's more than one time.
So like I thought there's obviously something that man could have done. Obviously, man knows man ain't done nothing personally. Yeah. Because you got what I'm trying to say, like, but he might feel that, oh yeah, you've done this or you've done that, and I don't like this or I don't like that. But my thing is, if like you feel you don't like something, you can always just say, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man spoke on the phone about just random shit for time with gigs. Like, we just talk about just general shit, life and whatever, you get me? Like, that's how I see him, like, bruv, like, man will ask man, do you think man should do this? Like, because I respect his opinion like that.
Of course.
And he'll be like, I don't fucking do that. Do you know, like, do you know, that's how I see him. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So for a man to just respond, what I would have said is, I'm just saying about this Air Force thing, the facts of just the Air Force thing, doesn't do nothing for me. It does everything for everyone else. It's like, oh look, you responded by saying da 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 da, like, but it's done nothing for me, because I still don't know why he's upset or what the forever. Like, I don't know, innit? And you get what I'm saying? And man could be in the wrong, fam. Like, I always think, oh, man could be in the wrong. Hence, when someone's upset about something for real, like Sneak, bro, like, man will speak behind the scenes, bro.
Say, like, what is it?
Like, you something triggered you to go so public and do that. Yeah, that I want to know what the bottom of it is, and then you go from there, innit? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? But like, yeah, man, it was a bit mad for me, for coming from him, for me to personally, you get me? And someone was like, oh, when you respond to Wiley and that, but we're talking about
but why?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're talking about my album. That's something online. We're talking about, like, it's not serious. Like, Wiley ain't.
We know Wiley.
If Wiley said to me, "Krept, you fucking did this," like, fucking hell, like, I'm gonna be like,
what?
Wiley? Why is Wiley? I wouldn't respond to him on the internet, like he's I wouldn't respond to him. I would be like, message him privately or say, bro, Wiley. Yeah. What's that? Like, something's obviously upset you. You get me? Like, at the end of the day, we're all in this music thing, innit? Like, we see each other all the time. Like, so why are you pissed? What's your issue? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. Is like, what is the issue? And then if it's something man's done, or then that's it, innit? Like, you go from there, bro.